It's the 2K Sports pregame show. Ernie
No American Idol, but I get by. Wish I could tour with fifth wheel bus. Back to the real world, time to wake up, smell antifreeze. The man with big brothers bad to me. I got a blind date with destiny. I'm Mexican with an amazing race I get to be. Must stay out wickedly perfect. Fear not a factor, making me nervous. I'm a survivor, could last on a planet deserted. That's the word, like a $10,000 pyramid scheme. Changing the face of the game like the Swarm medical team. Lead troopers, a league of supreme. Rest your luck with sleep, go home. The biggest loser, huh? I'll have the last laugh like the last comic standing. Make it the band play as you walk up stage empty-handed. And I'm taking home America's next top model. Back to the bachelor pad, show us some.
Lovely golden hue cast on the south portico of the White House here in the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. Greetings, everyone, from Washington, D.C. The Wizards playing host to an Eastern Conference affair here at the Verizon Center. It's the NBA, and it's live for 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony and Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. So let's take a look at the Toronto Raptors starting lineup. Lowry and DeRozan are the guard tandem. Jamari Carroll is out there with Jared Sullinger. And it's Valanciunas in at the center, locking down the middle. Well, I'm sure you guys have heard this, that the nickname that has been given to DeMarre Carroll, the Junkyard Dog, I think it's apropos. Kid drafted out of Missouri back in the 2009 draft.
Again, he actually had to show perseverance to hang around as he bounced around a bit. I think he's found a home now. That's a quick foul to pick up here in the opening quarter.
DeRozan against Wall. Got that bucket in no time at all. DeRozan's got his first points in this one.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
Porter, no luck. And here are the Raptors now. Baseline try. And it's DeRozan missing.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Beal can't get it to go. The Raptors have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Carroll kicks to Sullinger. To the wing right side. Lowry has the open look. Can't hit. Now Washington takes it the other way. Morris dishes to Gortat. And again, Washington no good.
Not good shot selection. Long range and a defender all up in your jersey.
And, you know, that's just the kind of defensive work he's known for. I mean, he can take that shot away from you and does it more times than not.
The Wizards have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Lowry with the ball. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Here's Carroll. Gortat with the block. They retain possession. Goes back up. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. The thing about DeMar DeRozan, he came into the league fairly unpolished. Struggled to handle the ball. Created then his own shot. And but sometimes he would create for others too.
Yeah.
But he's settle down. You can see the growth.
Yeah, and that's the one thing. You could see the physical talent was there in terms of him playing the two. The question was, could he make the commitment mentally to become a great player? Well, from what he's done the last few years, I would have to say he's definitely been able to do that. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play. And, you know, getting back to DeRozan, he's put a spit shine on his offense. Over the past 2 seasons, averaged over 20 points a game, was also good for 3 or 4 assists, showing everybody how work ethic can overcome unrefined skills.
Yeah, strong move to the basket there. Nice power to get that up and in.
And here's Wall outside. DeRozan with the rebound. Toronto leading by 4. Beal with the steal. Here's Gortat, and he lays it straight in.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
You know, for DeMar DeRozan, scary to think that he's still scratching the surface of his potential. Made his first All-Star appearance in 2014. Was a little dinged up last year, but still very effective. No doubt he's the real deal.
Well, a careless foul, and he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. And for Marcin Gortat, he was such a good fit for the Wizards last season. Actually, the last 2 seasons.
You know, he runs the floor very well for his size. A terrific finisher, solid in the pick and roll, can make the mid-range. You know, he's been one of the more consistent centers in our league.
Mahinmi's checked in for Morris. And then for Toronto, Patrick Patterson. He's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. He comes in for DeMarre Carroll. And it's Joseph in for Kyle Lowry. Now, here's Joseph. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. The dish to Sullinger. Here's DeRozan. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. DeRozan's got 6.
You know, getting back to Gortat, he signed that 5-year, $60 million contract a couple of years back. Raised some eyebrows at the time because he's not a supreme athlete, but his size, effort, and refined skill set have made him worth it so far.
So it's Toronto now, following the bucket by the Wizards. Patterson, the screen. Here's Joseph. No good. Now Washington takes it the other way.
And talking about Gortat, I like what he can do for you defensively. Doesn't really have a vertical, but uses his length and timing to alter shots. And he moves his feet well enough to close out on shooters and also cover the pick and roll. So solid and complete in terms of a frontline play.
And he gets it to go. So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
Well, you know, you look at the Raptors, and they improved in a number of ways last season, but their bench play was one of their bigger improvements. I mean, they had one of the weaker benches in the league in 2014, but they flipped that around last year.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Smith checked in for Gortat. Oubre comes in for Otto Porter Jr. Satoransky's checked in for Beal, and it's Burke in for John Wall. Now, here's Nogueira, and he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. Greg, one thing about the Raptors last year, they made the moves they needed to in order to be sure to fix their bench, strengthen their bench. It showed on paper and in person.
Yeah, credit their front office. In 2014, they had a bottom 5 bench in terms of scoring. Last season, they flipped that, became a top 5 bench in terms of that scoring, and even had the 6th man of the year leading the way.
Lou Williams. And he gets it to go. Smith's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Raptors with the lead. Now Joseph. 44 seconds left here in the first quarter. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
That was a good rebound right there, but they haven't been very strong on the glass so far.
Clark, a little disparity there in the rebound numbers, but some of that comes down to how the ball bounces. Let's see if it evens out.
For Washington, they've gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. The offensive rebound. Here's Mahinmi. Tries yet again. Misses at the rim.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And Ross with the slam.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly.
1 second left. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And the NBA...
And DeMar DeRozan, the star for this Toronto Raptors team, he said he wants to bring them back.
A lot of people never really...
Let's face it, it's never easy for Toronto to get the attention that Clark, the U.S. teams get. That's just a fact of life that even Vince Carter at his best couldn't change.
And, you know, I don't even know if winning a championship would change that. Quite honestly, even if DeMar won the MVP. Just saying.
Yeah. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And taking a look here at the Raptors' performance here, guys. What have they been doing or not doing, in your opinion?
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Yeah, and, you know, it's been a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition here.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Washington, the talented Wall and Beal team up in the backcourt. Markieff Morris is out there with Porter, and it's Mahinmi in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. On the wing, DeRozan. It's blocked, and they'll keep possession. Patterson passes to Lowry. Trying to find Valanciunas. Gets it to him. Shot clock at 5. And finished off by DeRozan.
Kevin, I tell you what, when he gets to the rim like that, he's really hard to stop.
Yeah, he can get up a few notches higher. There's no doubt.
And that's how the game is played on the inside. You can play over the top. You've got a great advantage.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up Clark that beautiful alley-oop dunk.
Yeah, that was nice.
No doubt. There are assists, and then, guys, there are assists.
There's Beal with the 3. The shot will not go. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. Clark, one thing about Kyle Lowry, he has a bulldog mentality. We saw that from his days at Villanova.
No question about that, and I love that about him. He's very simple, not really flashy, just consistently beats the rock. He wears his opponents down.
Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
Yeah, can't be pleased with all these easy looks they continue to give up there in the paint.
No, I'm sure he's not, Greg. I mean, their defense is showing a lot of holes, especially down low. That's unacceptable.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Valanciunas. And DeRozan kicks to Lowry. Here's Patterson. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And DeRozan. Here we go. Shot clock at 6. That's good. And now a 12-point Toronto lead.
Unbelievable. This guy is completely in a zone.
And he knows it. You can see it. Body language, the confidence. Real swagger out there for him.
Beal with the steal. Lowry against Porter. Beal. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Sullinger's checked in for Patrick Patterson. Raptors leading by 9. Last season at both sides of the coin for the Wizards started out very hot, but then just could not keep it going.
Well, you know, the start was extremely hot. 19-6, which tied a franchise best, that record. After that, though, they played close to 500 ball the rest of the time.
Near the three-point line, it's Morris. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. And here's Lowry. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And the Wizards really struggled post All-Star break, playing under 500. Still, though, they seem to pull things together at the very end and on into the postseason.
Here is Lowry. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Carroll, no one around him. A three-pointer, no good.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier. Well, there's no denying it. The Wizards had some bumps, and you mentioned that. Some weeks they look like a lottery team. Then the next, they look like a title contender. They knew how to make the most of their games when they did get hot, though.
And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Mahimi's checked in for Gortat. Jason Smith comes in for Markieff Morris. Oubre's checked in for Porter. And Satoransky subbed in for Beal. A new group in now for the Raptors. Nogueira, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Terrence Ross comes in for DeMar Carroll. Powell, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Joseph in for Kyle Lowry.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
You have to avoid fouls like that. As a defender, challenge the three-point shooter, but run by him, not into him.
And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Gortat's checked in for Mahinmi. Markieff Morris comes in for Smith. Porter's checked in for Oubre. And Beal subbed in for Satoransky. And the Wizards are going with a whole new group out there now. Well, the one word you can use to describe the Raptors postseason last year, disaster. I mean, Greg, nothing went right for them.
Yeah, I mean, after that great regular season, they were completely just manhandled by the Wizards, swept out of the first round in 4 straight.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now, they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life.
No good from Ross.
Well, I tell you, the Raptors really were befuddled with how that series went. I mean, they just never got things going and became the first team to get swept with home court advantage in the playoffs since 2011.
And guys, you look at the Raptors last season and how they stumbled at times. You could see that they would have trouble in the postseason with the way they were constructed. I don't think anybody saw a sweep coming, but that's what it ended up being.
And he nails the third. And there's 1:45 left in the first half. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Burke. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Joseph's got 4 rebounds in this game.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
And stolen by Burke. Eddie. Joseph with the rebound. Joseph's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Doubled by Smith. Powell dishes to Nogueira. Ross on the wing. And the rejection by Smith. Out of bounds. Washington takes possession. Patterson, he's checked in for Nogueira. Wizards trail by 10. Here's Eddie. That one falls coming off Burke's feet. If they time it right, they can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
And Trey Burke gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Beals checked in for the Wizards. On defense, Washington. Pass to Ross. There's the triple. And the basket good. Ross has got 5 points now in the quarter.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
It's tipped. And so it looks like the Wizards will retain possession here.
Remains Washington ball.
.27 seconds left now here in the second. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
They have constantly shot themselves in the foot this quarter with all of these turnovers.
Very simple. You can't score if you can't maintain possession.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
Nicholson passes to Smith. Burke kicks to Nicholson. And there's the feed to Thornton. Another shot. It's deflected.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
And another miss by Washington. Ross. No good trying to beat the buzzer.
Thanks, Kev. Coach.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and DeMar DeRozan putting in some serious work for the team tonight. He had 14 points and 1 assist. And that'll do it for now as we send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen.
Really an extraordinary game for DeRozan. He has 14 points and 1 assist.
Terrence Ross, an explosive young player who can really put on a show. Clark, jaw-dropping, highlight reel dunks are his specialty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Tremendous athlete, great bounce and elevation and creativity. Won the slam dunk contest as a rookie.
Setting the floor for the Raptors. The star pair of Lowry and DeRozan are the guards. Jared Sullinger is out there with Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Carroll in at the small forward position. And here's Wall outside. That's good. Wall's got 11.
And back to Terrence Ross. Sometimes the show he puts on is of the scoring variety. He threw in 51 against the Clippers 2 seasons ago. Great lift and form on his shot.
Sullinger dishes to Lowry. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. It's DeRozan with the drive. Can't connect from short range.
It has not been an ideal start to the second half. They've missed 3 of their first 4.
Porter, no luck.
You know, one thing I think about with Terrence Ross is he can be all or nothing. His game moves up and down like a roller coaster. or an echocardiogram. I mean, he's up, he's way up, and he's down. Look out below.
Washington's offense last year looked solid on paper, but in reality, it was much tougher.
They can't guard us on the perimeter.
They can hurt you in a number of ways.
And the Wizards, Kevin, could get you in transition, but they could also, as you mentioned, they could get you with their half-court sets. Top 10 in field goal percentage as well as three-point percentage last season.
Wall attacking. Second chance shot. Here's Gortat, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
Boy, with all the contact he drew there, Greg, that would have been a heck of a bucket. He nearly got it to go. And, you know, for the Wizards, it wasn't just how they scored, but who scored. I mean, they ended the season with all 5 starters averaging double-digit points, and that's a rarity.
And thinking back to the Wizards having all of their starting 5 scoring in double digits last year, those are the kinds of teams that coaches hate to plan against. Any given night, one of them can step up and hurt you, and you just couldn't plan for where their points were going to come from.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Lowry against Wall. The 3-ball. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got his 3rd rebound tonight. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris. And the Wizards making a change here. Satoransky's checked in.
Tomas Satoransky.
Toronto leading by 15. Outside Lowry. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Mahinmi's checked in for Gortat. Into the 3rd we go. 2 minutes in now. Outside DeRozan. Takes the 3. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
Toronto ball.
Lowry against Wall. Carroll with the 3. Here's Sullinger. Tries again. That's good.
2 points.
Carroll's got 9.
DeMar.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. It's stolen by Lowry. Here's DeRozan. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. That's now 22 points for DeMar DeRozan. Wizards have gone only 1 of 6 from the field in the 3rd quarter. Not how they pictured the half started.
And for Kyle Lowry, a guy who just has an unbelievable nose for the basketball, the triple-double comes naturally to him now. Top 10 in the league the past 2 seasons. In his short time with the Raptors, he's already their career leader in that category.
Wall against Lowry. It's stolen by Lowry. And now it's Lowry running. Here we go. All the way if he can. DeRozan's shot is good.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Washington's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Satoransky. And he overshot that one, missing.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today. There's a glaring discrepancy between these teams in that area of the game.
And it's been the difference. That's what's enabled them to build such a big lead, no doubt about it.
Wizards timeout.
And Toronto had a strong season against the East last year. They would end up with 33 wins against their own conference and earn that 4 seed in the East.
Washington calls timeout. And the Raptors did play the other East teams well, went 500 against the rest of the Eastern Conference playoff teams, too.
And despite that, we know the Raptors had a disappointing playoff run to end the year, but I thought they still showed that they are a power in the East by having another strong season against the conference.
Gortat's checked in for Washington. Beal comes in for Satoransky. And then for Toronto, Patrick Patterson. He's checked in for Sullinger. P comes in for DeMarre Carroll. And Corey Joseph subbed in for DeMar DeRozan. Here's Wall. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Wall's got 13.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Valanciunas passes to Powell, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Sound offensively. Really no other way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they've both shot the ball since the break.
Beal's shot is good. Toronto's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Pass to Patterson. Porter with the steal. Beal, that's for 2. Misses off the right iron.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot. You know, Dwayne Casey was once a player at Kentucky, took me and hosted me on my recruiting visit at Kentucky back in 1979. Actually got his coaching start at the school as well.
Wall's shot is off.
Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose.
And it's Otto Porter with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. .107 left in the third quarter. Patterson, the screen. Beal with the steal.
They're losing their concentration here, guys. Some sloppy play going on right now.
Yeah, 2 turnovers in a row, and that's always a recipe for disaster. And for the last 3 seasons, what a talented young backcourt John Wall and Bradley Beal have become. Wall drafted 1st overall, Beal 3rd in different drafts. A little lottery luck, if you will, and great scouting of these two.
And so John Wall nails both of them. Well, Clark getting back to Wall and Beal, they really complemented each other perfectly over the last 3 seasons.
Yeah, you look at some of the great backcourts of any age over that time, and Wall and Beal right there with them. And it's good to be so young and talented, that's for sure.
I'm all right with him taking that shot close to the hoop, but really not from long range.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
And he gets it to go. And that's now 7 points for P.
Make it 4 of their last 5 scores coming from fast breaks. They're really getting it up and down now. Look like they're on roller skates out there.
Yeah, as soon as they get the ball, everybody on their team is looking to get out and run.
Morris with the bucket.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
And, Greg, that's just good basketball. Come on, good basketball there. A clean look from that range. He's got to take it.
Here's Powell. Off target from outside. Now here's Porter. The Wizards have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line.
And not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting, just about 73%.
And, Kevin, it's something they've been working very hard to correct and to change. I mean, they know how important it is to fix that inability at the free throw line.
Ross with it. 1 second left, and he hits the jump shot. Ross has got 13 points.
Terrence Ross.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. The Raptors shooting about 59% from the floor offensively. They've been running without a hitch. Jason Smith is out there with Mahinmi. Then there's Burke. Then there's Oubre. And Satoransky in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Mahinmi with it. Sullinger picks him up. The shot by Mahinmi, no good. Mahimi's gone 1 of 4 from the field. And Sullinger kicks to DeRozan. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. DeRozan's got 12 points in just the second half. The Wizards shooting 32% overall right now, not one of their better showings. They get it again. Here's Smith. And Smith gets double-teamed. So it's Washington now. Here's Mahinmi. Second shot opportunity, and Smith puts it in.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You've got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
There's the screen. Now Joseph, 5 on the clock. Carroll with a screen for Joseph. Ross for 3. Rebound, Washington. Mahinmi's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Oubre, good.
Good ball movement. You put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Pass to Ross. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. And another basket for Toronto. For Washington, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Carroll.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And the Raptors with some changes. Thunder's checked in for Sullinger. Nogueira comes in for DeMarre Carroll. And it's Wright in for Corey Joseph.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Here's Wright. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Wizards making a switch here. Nicholson's checked in. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. The Raptors making a switch here. Caboclo's checked in. Goes up on the high post. It's deflected, but they get it back. And so it looks like the Wizards will retain possession here.
Wizards ball.
Here's Nicholson. No good on the quick 3.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
Up top, Burke. Guarded by Wright. And that one's good. Burke.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
And Wright, here we go. Can't connect from short range.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Raptors.
They really haven't backed away from running and gunning at any point, but their legs still look fresh.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively, and they've been turning those turnovers into points.
Washington's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Toronto, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there.
I'll tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Wizards shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together. And that one's good.
How can you stop that? With the crossover that quick, that lightning quick, a defender has to be almost superhuman to stay in front of that.
Wright for 3. And again, Toronto no up. Wright's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Uncovered. Satoransky gets the bucket.
Lovely dish by Columbus's own Trey Burke.
Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Wright outside. And there's the pass to Ross. Plenty of space. Here's Caboclo. Nogueira kicks to Ross. His three-pointers off the mark.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Offensive rebound. Nicholson with the bucket.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
And Wright kicks to Nogueira. It's taken away by Smith. And here we go. Washington fast break. Scooped up. Oubre passes to Satoransky. Another shot. Takes a big high bounce and goes in.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Toronto.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And what a huge standout performance it was for DeRozan. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Shot clock at 5. For 3, Ross. Count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
And really no better feeling than to go on the road and play this well and get the win.
Yeah, it's always a good win when you play the kind of game they have played tonight. I mean, especially, though, when you get it done on the road. That's a special, special feeling there.
Mahinmi's checked in for Washington. Off the inbound pass. Kept alive by Washington.
And the rebounding has been key to their success here tonight.
It has been a lopsided battle on the boards, no doubt.
26 seconds left in the fourth. It's tipped. They get it back. The second chance effort. Smith's shot is good. And so here's Toronto. Ross on the wing. There's the 3. And again, Toronto with the triple.
It has been a 3-point barrage for them since halftime.
Not sure if it's been by design or simply by accident, but either way, it has been impressive.
Off on that one. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Kyle, congratulations.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the DeMar DeRozan. He put up a new season high tonight. And if he keeps shooting like he did tonight before to his team's victory here. And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope